Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate that. Today, I would like to talk to you about what I call the Nexus problem. Now, we all know and we all love Nexus Mods. The website is huge. It's probably the biggest website to feature mods for a variety of games. Mostly Bethesda games of Fallout 3 and 4, Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, but also a variety of other games, Dragon Age, Witcher, you name it. Now, it's the biggest website for modding, and I love it for that. I love the way that they have collected all these mods on that website, and in combination with the Nexus Mod Manager, it's very convenient to download a specific mod and implement the mod into your game. But the one thing that Nexus Mods does not offer is a comprehensive list of mods that offer a fluent and stress-free, bug-free as much as possible list of mods that work together well in terms of compatibility. That's not what Nexus Mods offers. Nexus Mods offers mods as they are, as is, basically. And as a user of those mods, you have to check very thoroughly the specific mod description of a certain mod that you might be interested in. Check the description and whether or not there are problems with other mods. And sometimes these descriptions are very extensive, but sometimes descriptions are very, very short. Even some of the great mods out there offer very little in terms of explanation and whether that specific mod worked together well with other mods. Now here comes in Sinitar Gaming. Sinitar Gaming is a YouTuber who offers these comprehensive lists of mods that he thinks work together well or give you, in his opinion, of course, an ultimate experience of Fallout 3, 4, New Vegas, you name it. The guy's been working on lists for Skyrim, and he's currently working on a list for a New Vegas. That's what he does, and it gives this great service, I think, to the general public who is remotely interested in mods and wants to know if this particular mod works well with that particular mod. And you don't have to go through all the hassle of reading descriptions and whatnot, and what kind of order you need to download them or to use them. Sinitar Gaming actually offers his own personal preference settings for the games. He has his own little selection of his own mods that he uploaded there. So this guy offers a service for free. He doesn't ask for money or anything like that. He does this because he likes to do it, and he spends a huge amount of time testing, because that's gonna cost a lot of time, testing mods with other mods. That's his thing. That's his niche. That's what he does. And when that whole thing, when it takes months of testing, stuff that as a gamer you don't want to do yourself, right? He does this thing. So then he comes out with this list, this list of extensive tested mods that he thinks work together well. He even uploads his own E&B settings. So, in his opinion, He tweaks the graphics in a way that he thinks gets the best experience out of the game with mods. And it's great because, you know, the biggest problem with mods is that they can conflict. There are crashes to desktop. There are frame rate issues. And Sinitar, he handles those things. He will test those things. He will not recommend a mod that might be huge and great if that has a huge impact on frame rate and makes the game unplayable. You know, it doesn't make sense to have beautiful graphics, but you can't play the game because of that. Right? Now, Sinitar has decided to remove his lists away from the Nexus into his own website. He's going to create his own website. Obviously, he felt that he had to do that. I'm not sure whether he was forced by the Nexus to do that, or that they have pushed him, or they have... I think moderators of the Nexus have contacted him, and if you're looking for his stuff, it says it's under moderation right now. But I think that the Nexus is going overboard here. It seems that the problem with the Sinitar lists and mods is that Sinitar might refer to mods that might not be available anymore on the Nexus for any reason. Any reason outside of the influence of Sinitar. He might recommend a mod that's not available on the Nexus because he thinks that that specific mod, I don't know, a combat mod, for instance, that mod is a good mod to use for playing that specific game. So he will recommend it in his list. But the mod might itself not be available anymore on the Nexus. And this is what Sinitar calls a gray area. Even to the point where he had to remove screenshots of his own gameplay, where there was something like an NPC there that in the screenshot there was an NPC that was part of a mod that was not available anymore on the Nexus, and that's already a problem for the Nexus. So the Nexus is sort of pushing out. That's my conclusion, by the way. It's not his, but it's my conclusion that the Nexus is sort of pushing out people that try to make a list of ultimate mods that you should be using if you're only moderately interested. I mean, if you are a guy that really are deep into modding, and you probably know all the stuff that Sinitar does, but if you are like me and you play Skyrim, you know a little bit about modding, you know how to use mods, but you don't want to get into the hassle of finding out all the compatibility issues and the patches you need to have and download. So here's where Sinitar just comes in and just gives you this list, right? Again, it's a service to regular gamers. So it's really a shame. And that's the problem now with the Nexus, that the Nexus has grown so big and they are moderating this thing, you know, all these mods. And they don't want the gray stuff, you know. They don't want people doing these lists and giving the general public their opinion on the Nexus. You know, the Nexus are mods, right? And I'm not sure whether the Nexus is under the influence of publishers or game developers or mod authors that are pushing the Nexus to do this. But here's what I think. I think that the Nexus should get their act together and be a little more considerate towards a person like Sinitar, who is obviously has a following of around 50,000 subscribers. And please do consider the fact that this guy is offering the general public a service. And it would be great if that service is available on the Nexus and not just his own website, right? So stop bullying him. If you are bullying him, stop doing that. Sinitar doesn't. Again, Sinitar says it's my own decision. I don't want to get into the trouble, and I'm just removing it out of precaution, and that's it. You know, I'm gonna upload it to my own website, and if you want to use it, go there and then download it, or get the information from my website. So that's what I think. That's the Nexus problem, in my opinion. It's grown so big that they are moderating it in a way that's not gamer friendly all the time. And they should really reconsider this, because Sinitar's not offering these illegal mods. He just says, I do think this is an actual good mod, to seek that mod out. But the Nexus just doesn't want that. But all that I want as a gamer is to have an ultimate experience with my game. That might be a little bit old, but with the help of Sinitar, he brings it into the current day and age.
This can't be good.
That's what I like about Sinitar. So shout out to Sinitar. I'll post a link in the description to the video where he tries to explain what is going on. But it really boils down to him making a list that might include mods or refer to mods that might for some reason be removed from the Nexus, but might still be very interesting for gamers to use in their games. So yeah, this was an unscripted rant, so to speak, about this situation. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.